I got my dumpster delivered right there. But what I want to do is actually slow down and go through the running balance, the budget. So at this point, I'm actually around that. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Nikos Property Show. Today I'm doing like a small cleanup is what we can call it. I got my dumpster delivered right there, got my trash pile, and I'm going to be getting all that inside of the dumpster, clean up a little bit around here, get this thing nice and ready for the next crew to come in, because it's that time. It's time to like relax for a second, let this thing settle, let the dust settle, and then get rolling again. So I wanted to do a nice cleanup out here. So I'm gonna jump in the skid steer real quick, get that thing started up, get rolling, get this place cleaned up so that this can be a nice clean job site. I definitely enjoy clean job sites. I hate it when there's just like trash everywhere, dirt, just, I mean, nobody likes that, you know, when there's just trash all over the place, you know, when the wind blows, you got bags flying away. So I'm gonna get this place cleaned up, get it rolling, and we're gonna get straight to work, and we're gonna keep progressing out here. So let's get to work. Alrighty folks, now that I've got this dumpster in place, I've got this entire area cleaned up, I want to do some small little things that I'm going to, you know, pick up around the sides and everything like that I can't film just because I'll be all over the place. But what I want to do is actually slow down and go through the running balance, the budget that I've spent to this point. I want to go into, you know, what I've spent on lumber, what I've spent on plumbing, what I've spent on all these different things, and what those numbers are coming out to this point. So from when I literally bought the lot to right now, to be able to have this house behind me, shingled, roughed in, plumbing, HVAC, all these different things. I want to see where I am from the day I bought the lot to right now with the shingles on the roof and the, you know, the plumbing done and everything else that's been done. I'm going to go through my running balance and just go from there and just kind of talk to you about what it's like to budget things, to see if you're inside of your budget or outside, and you know, where you're spending a little bit more, where you're spending a little bit less, and we always want to save money, right? So anyways, last time I'm going to show you, I got my awesome dumpster right here. So now the job site's always going to be clean, and I'm going to get straight to this running balance with you. So let's head inside and let's get this thing knocked out. Alrighty, y'all, so I wanted to come in the house and talk to you a little bit about numbers and tell you that unfortunately I have to stop my build because the windows are still not here, and without these windows I don't want to move forward as much. I might get started on the exterior just a little bit. I really didn't want to do it kind of backwards. I want to get the windows in, get the hardy up first, then do the stone and everything like that. But I may have to jump into doing the stone. But right now I am at a standstill because the windows are still delayed at the point of this build and the videos that you're seeing. So, however, I'm not like super bummed about it. It kind of gives me time to sit back and reflect and just see what's going on. I mean, the house is beautiful, but let's jump right into the numbers, talk a little bit about that, and then we'll just kind of keep moving forward and progress as much as we possibly can. I don't want to stress over it. Like, this is what it is, and I can't sit over here and be all stressed out about it. It's just, you know, one of the things in building right now with how the world is with the supply chain and everything, it's really hard to get windows. Windows are back ordered. It is a 16-week lead time to get, you know, the custom windows that I ordered. So unfortunately it is what it is, but I'm going to jump into these numbers for a little bit, and then I'll tell you a little bit about the next process and everything I'm going to be doing as these videos are progressing. Alright, y'all, so I guess this is kind of the moment we've all been waiting for. Like, how much money did you spend to this point? Where are you at? Having your framing up, you know, your foundation, the HVAC and everything like that. So at this point, I'm actually around that $70,000 to $80,000 mark right now with materials and with how everything has gone. So we started from, you know, clearing some of the land, which I was able to do by myself, you know, use some of my brother's equipment with the skid steer and getting all that done, and then getting the footing dug, and then getting it poured, and then the block foundation, you know, getting that material and everything like that. I think I'm closer to $80,000. I do need to sit down. That is one of my weaknesses weaknesses is sitting down and doing the clerical things of, you know, building. You're like, okay, what's the budget? How much have I spent? So I'm in that $80,000 range, but I guarantee you if I sat down to right now and actually added up all my receipts and everything, I'd probably be around 85 to 90, but I did kind of like, you know, like a quick count up, like how much did I pay this guy, how much did I pay that guy, how much material did I spend here. But you know, when you're running to Home Depot or all these different stores very quickly to get this and get that and get this, you're like, crap, where are all the receipts? Well, they're in the center console in the truck. I just haven't had any time to sit down and do a thorough, you know, budget breakdown and a running balance or anything like that. But right now I'm in that 70 to 80, we might as well say from 70 to 90,000. But you can see I'm all framed up. I've got my HVAC roughed in, I've got my electrical roughed into this point, and now I'm waiting for those windows. I'm waiting to be able to insulate. So I think I'll be at about $100,000 with all of that different stuff. And then once all the trim out and everything happens, that's when we start creeping up into, you know, spending a little bit more money, because now we got to get all the fixtures, all the, you know, the stuff that makes the house beautiful. Oh, and then the hardy, which is going to be kind of expensive with material and labor and things like that. And oh, then you got to paint everything. So yeah, there's still quite a bit of process. I'd say I'm probably 50%, maybe 45%, you know, through the process. I mean, once I get this interior done and to the sheetrock phase, it'll be nothing but just speed from there. So I'm really excited to get from this point to that point, but waiting on those windows, like I said, is what's causing me not to be able to keep building this house. So I do have to stop building my house, and unfortunately it makes me want to cry, but it is what it is. And I appreciate every single one of y'all to this point, you know, supporting me and, you know, viewing this with me and just kind of, you know, embarking on this journey with me. This is my first time building a house by myself as the builder. So it has been a very like stressful but good and very, you know, learning experience. I think everything in life has a very, you know, funny path. You're either going to learn something from it, or you're just going to be like, you know what, I hate it altogether and I don't even want to learn from it. But you still end up learning. So I'm taking this step by step. I'm trying to learn as much as possible. I'm trying to stress as least as possible. And I'm trying to just, you know, get everything around me done as quickly and as right as possible. You don't want it just done fast. You want it done right. Do it right, do it light, do it wrong, do it long. So I don't want to be fixing a bunch of stuff and everything like that. So once we get everything kind of knocked out in here, I'll be able to move forward. And again, like I said, like from the bottom of my heart, I really appreciate how y'all are, you know, following this experience and then doing this and doing that. Like, hey, how much are you spending on lumber and how much are you doing on that? And, you know, that's interesting stuff. If somebody ever wants to build a house, if one of you is wanting to build a house, you know, you could literally start at my first video. And honestly, I would say be able to build a house with kind of how I explain things. So it is an honor for me to be able to say, you know, like, hey, I'm here with y'all. I'm trying to teach y'all as much as possible. So again, I'm very appreciative of that. So we're going to see what else we can get into around here. I can't wait for these windows to finally come in. So I'm not stressed again. Like I said, if I sit here and worry about it all the time, it's going to stress me out so much. But I'm excited to finally get these windows in so that I can continue with all this process and so that we can get this thing done, so I can finally live here and so that we can finally enjoy this house and I can do like a real walkthrough with freaking all kinds of cool gimbals, and it's going to be so awesome once all the interior is done. So I wanted to jump back over here and tell you what I'm going to be doing next. So I think I'll probably be able to start on doing the stone exterior on the 3 sides of my house, and then I'll be doing like not a stucco look, but more of a type S concrete masonry look on the back wall, because it's kind of not visible to anybody. So I'm going to knock out some beautiful stone along the front foundation and the side foundation, and then we'll just move forward. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that work, if I'm going to hire somebody out for it. I could do it, I could knock it out, but it's one of those things where you're like, man, do I really want to do, you know, take 2 weeks by myself and maybe, you know, get my dad to help me or something like that, because then it drags out really, really long, and it just turns into one of those things where you're like, I should have just hired somebody that does this for a living, that has an entire crew, can come and knock it out within a week, you know, with 3 or 4 or 5 guys, and they're all just killing it. But I think I'll be able to knock out that stone, and then during that time, you know, Christmas kind of falls upon us when these videos are actually being put out, so then the windows will be put in, and then I can start on that hardy and everything like that. And I'm really excited for the exterior of the house, but right now I'm at a standstill. I can't move forward. I can't really, you know, continue to do anything. I can't do the insulation inside the house yet. I can't do the sheetrock inside the house, because once the insulation's in and the sheetrock's in and the windows are in, oh my gosh, I mean, by that time, you might as well just move in with me at that point. So anyways, I'm going to move around a little bit. I'm going to go figure out some things I need to do, and then I'll get back right with y'all here in a second. Alrighty folks, I do appreciate you watching this video with me, but if you did enjoy this video, make sure you like and subscribe and follow me on all social platforms, especially TikTok. It's so easy to edit and post on there very quickly. If you haven't yet, check out NikosPropertyShow.com. Grab you some merch, a hat, a hoodie, or anything like that, and use code NIKO for 10% off your entire order. And without further ado, smile more, worry less, and stay blessed. I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.